Hello, everyone. Hmm. How's everyone's, was it weekend? How's everyone been since last time? Thank you for the head pats, Cassidy. Hello, Fractal. Hello, Isa. Hello, Jane. Hello, Cass. I cannot remember where we were. I was, playing this a lot offline. Not on the same save. We got the discard deck in progress. How many cards? 10? Meow. Hello, Mika. How are you doing? Your cola vending machine? I forgot. Wait, Aether Vial? Aether Vial? Did I just put this in my main deck? Like immediately? Why not, right? Do I still have Rakdos Locket in here? It's better than Rakdos Locket, right? Hedgehog? Perhaps? Hello, Riddle. Manarok's bad in non-commander, with the exception of Soul Ring and Moxes. Yeah, I find myself not playing it very often. It's too expensive to be. In Commander, you can't get away with it. I prefer not lockets more often in Commander. If it's gonna cost 3, I want it to do something neat. Just started? Just started for today. This is the same save from last time, though. But hello, Mr. Cuttlefish. How are you doing? Spending 6 mana to draw 2 when Sign in Blood exists. I don't have Sign in Blood. I want it so bad. They foisted the locket upon me. Looking at Aether Drift spoilers. I haven't looked too much at it. I'm trying not to spend money on cardboard as much as possible. How much later is later? Cuphead's your favorite game of all time. You want to catch that? Noon my time, so in 3 hours. Noon my time is more useful when I'm not playing a game in full screen and I have my clock on screen. I have to warn you, I haven't played Cuphead one bit in a week. So, I'm not going to play it particularly well. Gotta drop a lot when you're first go in order to find good filler. Yeah. Your Kato. DGY. Hello, Madam Mousy. Hello, Russ. How are you doing? How was everyone's weekends? Yours was pretty magical. Mine too. You started playing Forge too? Oh, of course. Yeah, I played a lot of Forge over the weekend. Got the new tire on. I'm mixed because a lot of these, at least this one, I ran that in my modular commander deck. Figure out how to progress in hard mode. Save scumming and drafting to win is how you progress. Hey, if it's what you gotta do, you're already playing on hard. You don't know you were drunk the whole time? How was the trip from Fenris to Alley Stream? Oh. Russ isn't on Fenris, is he? I thought there was like a whole thing about that. I'm gonna just fight this wolf so I do. Pardon this dog. Cannot play hard, but you're doing okay on normal? Well, Cass, you just started. That's like playing on hard. You don't know what's going on and they don't tell you half the stuff. Trying to do a WW deck again? Oh, White Weenie! Oh yeah, someone got a freaking... I was playing with Cass off stream. And she found a Hypnotic Spectre that I've been looking for. I think she got it off a demon. We're hoping Russ will be on Fenris sometime this year. You feel good about that? I've heard it's you've got your hopes up many times and been dashed every single one of them. Not really, but you can hope. I'm hoping for you too. Gonna play this first so that I get a counter on Socialite instead of Rakish Air. I'd rather have the big menace. Are they gonna double block? They're not gonna double. Oh. Well. Fine then. What'd you tap that mana for? Oh, transform? No? Can't afford it? What are you doing? Oh. Can't catch me, I'm already captured. I keep saying this. Oh, oh why? Jane, how could you? AI doesn't like to commit to attacks unless it's lethal or can avoid blockers. Yeah, He's ow, why? Do not like to block unless it's to prevent lethal or the one to fight. Just waiting for more flyers than your opponent in drafts when the time. Mouse abuse. People like to abuse the mouse around here. I don't understand why. Yeah, I've still got Chaos Orb. I actually need to take that out. I thought it'd be okay, but it failed to destroy the thing that I was aiming at before. Have any full body screen grabs of my avatar around for no reasons whatsoever? Fractal. You've been around for a while. I don't have any full body screen grabs, but I can stand up if you want. Mouse is for hold gently like hamburger. Oh, hey, Belmont. I'm certainly on quests. I can at least check those. Every part of me wants to go and rummage around in the swamps for demons in hopes that I get a Hypnotic Spectre. Fun times. Good work, Jane. That's like a third of the times it's been available. That's pretty good. If you're wanting a race, I think... I was about to say, if you're wanting a race, I think I can win it, but, I wasn't expecting this. Surprised I'm not in the swamps rolling around in Vampire Stronghold for more tribal cards. I want discard tribal. I don't know why. Well, look who it is. Listen, Chaos Orb, I know I just said some things, but I really need you to be a team player. Just this one. I'm a Chaos Orb thing. Swamps are full of carnivorous reptiles. Be careful. Oh, I'll watch out for them. Nice roll around a vampire stronghold. Sounds aight. So, we're to flip Chaos Orb onto the battlefield from a height of at least 1 foot. Please try to land on Free Wind Falcon. You're fucking banned, Chaos Orb. Oh, hey, never mind. It's not going to be an issue. Okay, thank you. I didn't mean it if there's anyone actually named Chaos Orb out there. Wait a minute. Non-token creatures you control get vigilance? I see. I literally can't deal with this thing. Despite being in black, I have no removal. That isn't also red. Oh, hey, it's removal. It's just also red is the problem. I can play Kalitas next turn. It's not gonna help. They beat my ass just because the bird said protection from red. Or at least I killed the bird in my heart. Chaos Orb is your middle name. I'm sorry, Fractal, I didn't mean you. Let me see. We don't have anything really active. I remember why I was in the wastes. I was looking for the rack too. An evil eye of... What would you do with a rack? I deal damage to my opponent for having low hand size. And also I'd give myself the best stretch ever. You know, anything's nice in moderation. Fractal Chaos Orb Burn doesn't quite roll off the tongue. Well, that's not their fault. Cass is the best stretcher. Yeah, I just can't compete. Yeah? Is that your stretch noise, Cass? The Allspark? That's as much as I can stretch. I've seen this card before. Target opponent puts the cards from their hand on top of their library. Search that player's library for that many cards. That player puts those cards in their hand and shuffles their library. Oh, that's funny. Good thing nothing weird is going on anywhere, and we're all just here enjoying a wholesome mouse streamer here. Yes. You guess you'll hold off on what you're gonna say then? You hold off on saying a lot of things? I've been trying to do that less. I've been getting a lot of positive feedback whenever I say things. What is that? Oh. Hello, Hendo. How are you doing? You're gonna say you hate birds, but then one gave you a compliment? Well, there are exceptions to every rule, right? Especially when it comes to exceptional individuals. You have room for one bird in your heart? Maybe two. They take up a lot of space compared to body size with all that flopping around. 5 chocolate bars? There's nothing wrong with having 5 chocolate bars. The Elder Brain. Did you say chocolate? Bird gets a pass for being the prettiest, and one bird gets a pass for being the tastiest, and that's it. No, stop. No, what, with the chocolate bit? No dark or caramel chocolate? I like dark and caramel chocolate too. Hey! He's not hypnotic, but... he's also 6 mana, but I want him. Not on the chocolate, on the bird. Chocolate is gross. I guess I can share Sinzu if you really want to. You have room for a birdie. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, you know what? If you give him back after. Sorry, I missed some critical posts in chat. White chocolate all the way. I used to love white chocolate. I still do, but now I also love other kinds of chocolate. Pay not attention to the chat behind the curtain. Too much chat is really bad for you. I need to take that stuff in moderation. Chat's all empty calories and sugar. Oh, hello. Oh, I do know this one. I was like, Thief of Sanity. That sounds so familiar. Chameleon Colossus. What is going on here? I've been talking up variety and MTG art, but this is a Yu-Gi-Oh card. You'd fisticuff Swanka. I bet you would win. Can we tap Coco to force your opponent to discard 2 cards from their hand? I would take you if you weren't 5 mana. I mean, if I had, like, good black ramp, maybe it'd work, though. Am I about to buy this, man? It's for after the fisticuffs. There should be a limit on how many words are allowed on a magic card. Well, that's fair. At least they're more clear than Yu-Gi-Oh card. And I don't think even Yu-Gi-Oh fans can deny that. Someone wrote a novel on Thief of Sanity. Oh, Thief of Sanity isn't that bad. It's, you know, whenever it deals damage, you get to yoink a card from your opponent's library, and they just had to, like, you know, write it out in the full, yeah. Complexity isn't just about the number. There's a couple kinds of complexity. All I'm saying is at least they make sense. I'm not biased at all. I've just always known how to play this game. So, obviously, I have a great frame of reference. Half of these aren't even in English. Why didn't they say that? They basically said that. Mystic Studies made a awesome video about confusing cards last night. Need a couple of them. Good content. Now see, I leave and come back. Oh, I was so relieved when I realized that they're only like that the first time they load in. But I kind of missed the Phyrexian. Well, it loaded in, it seems like whenever it loads in, it's the raw card art, and then they slap, the updated text on top the next time it loads in. You had to Google what berry was? You didn't feel bad after learning it was a discontinued term. Yeah, that's what makes this so rough to learn on, is because it's all mixed together. Oh. Well, yes, I will. Thank you. Explaining the card explains the card. Yeah, sometimes it takes a little more than reading the card. Really want to make a bunny commander deck still? You totally can, especially now. You've already learned about Heir Apparent. Hello. Hello, Night Player. Cards. So true. Oh, Gari Great Bear. Oh. No. No. They kind of, I feel like MTG could afford to make more keywords and such, but the thing is that makes it even harder for new players. Never played Judge's Tower. You don't know how MTG works. I've seen someone play Judge's Tower. I don't want to find which one it is, but I can hazard a guess. Are we bowling alley again? I don't know. People think it's fun. That's half of what people show up for. Final Rebels. Well, I got an 11th card for my discard deck, at least.
And now for something completely gay, Luigi. Can you rent that balloon?
I was considering Dark Duel here too. Maybe not. Also, I didn't see it immediately. Calm down, Hendo. You found a mild-mannered librarian and you love her. Is this game music or a playlist? It's my playlist. It's all Violet Pony because it's the only artist I've found so far that allows it to be used on Twitch and YouTube with no worries about like copyright and that kind of thing. Hello, Sun King. How are you doing? Whoop, whoop, whoop. So I think because I've updated this game, all of the shops are randomized, which is why I'm just checking everywhere again. Think about cards that are tough to understand. Change of Mephistopheles is completely unreadable. It's unreadable. Once you parse it out, though, at least it's easy to operate, you know? But you shouldn't need a fan-made flowchart to whip out to explain what it does. Okay, so I actually have been terrified at the commander table because I have shoot, Goblin Artificer, Junk Welder. What's the commander table? Oh, it's an alternate format. You're about to be on Ghoul's birthday stream. Well, I hope you have fun. I think it's called Junk Welder. Or Goblin Welder. Anyway, what it does is it's a goblin. And it, you can tap it. And all it says is exchange target artifact on field with target artifact in its controller's graveyard. And it's a simultaneous swap, which means that the target in your graveyard is on field at the same time you sacrifice the artifact that you're replacing it with. And I run this in a deck with a lot of death triggers that target your own creatures. And no one said anything yet, but I'm worried someone's gonna... Because I was surprised how it works too. What it does is it's a goblin. Oh, now you understand? Okay, good. Where does the table come in? Usually on the bottom. I mean, I'll take it. We are getting discard cards for the discard deck. You cannot read the top cards. Oh, someone's under the table. Would they be the bottom? Well, that's what happens if someone plays Shahrazad. You gotta leave the game in progress and then go under the table to play another game of Magic and then come back and play the original game of Magic on top of the table again. Too bad Forge doesn't have Commander or functional multiplayer. We got multiplayer to work one time and not since. Oh yeah, there's this one card that came out in like the first few years where you just leave your current in progress game, go play another game with your decks as they are, and then the winner of that game, sorry, the loser of that game loses half of their life, and that is the entire point of everything you just did. It's banned in everything because why would you ever want? Anyway, Rat. Actually kind of cool. I sincerely wish I could afford it, but maybe it's for the best that I can, because I don't know. I could have just thrown this in the vampire deck, but I'll be honest, I just like it. You could potentially double cast Shahrazad and play 3 games. When the first one resolves, you would immediately go play that game. Come back, and then the second one would resolve, and you'd immediately have to go play another game after the first life halving. It was completely unreasonable. At first, I thought you said it was completely reasonable. I thought that was the funniest thing I've ever read. Ooh. Not this guy. Oh, this is a demon too. I wanted to fight demons. I feel like you know less about magic now than you did at the start of the stream. Oh, don't worry. That's all the old lore. Okay, so I was advising someone that most mobs in this probably run 40 cards. I didn't consider that that might not be true. I'll stake it. Rats. Can't be blocked by walls, they just wiggle their way through. You hate Grisly Spectacle? Is that a card? We violin? That gets us creatures for free. Protection from white, that's going to be very handy for you. It's actually going to help us not at all, but... PS card instantly kills 8 cards. You recently encounter that? Sticker cards? Because those were legal for almost a year. Are they not? Thank goodness. Okay, here's the thing. I'm not familiar with sticker cards because I hoped it would never become relevant. Oh, are you playing right now, Cass? Maybe. They weren't banned because they were too dumb. Then people in Legacy found a way to abuse it. Oh, now that you're using it. Oh. Now that you're using it, we're gonna ban it. There's lands, and sometimes you tap things. Also, Summoning Sickness is a thing, but they call it something else. Summoning Sickness technically doesn't have a name other than Summoning Sickness, but it's never been codified. It appeared on cards, though, is the thing. I specifically remember as a kid. This might be a false memory, but I thought I remembered cards saying... Card name is not affected by summonings. Yeah, I hope you're actually eating during lunch. Bam, free vampire. You had a ramen? I wouldn't mind a ramen personally. Summoning Sickness was printed on all cards? Okay, good. Because I also remember cards for a while said this can attack as soon as it comes under your control, or the turn it comes under your control, something like that. And then they finally just said, whatever, it has haste. Oh, you animated it. Yeah, Animate Dead is another one that reads super weird, but the old card actually just says what it does. But because of the way the rules work, they had to like really mess up how it's printed. So what it does is you play this aura. It's not an enchant creature. Stop saying. You play this, targeting a creature in your graveyard. And if this aura is destroyed, the creature is also destroyed. Pretty simple, right? Okay, well, here's how it works in the room. Enchant creature put onto the battlefield with Animate Dead. When Animate Dead enters, if it's on the battlefield, it loses enchant creature card in a graveyard and gains enchant creature put onto the battlefield with Animate Dead. Return enchanted creature card to the battlefield under your control, then attach Animate Dead to it. When Animate Dead leaves the battlefield, that creature's controller sacrificed. Chaos Lord? Okay, look. Stop. Apologies. Excellent quote. I love Chaos Lord because I've gotten into arguments before about whether or not you can attack with a creature that you mind control with a spell that doesn't explicitly give that creature haste. So I like taking Chaos Lord out and be like, okay, then why does it say this? Continue? I'll continue. Chaos Lord can attack as though it had haste, unless it entered this turn. But Chaos Lord is someone who likes to be passed around. So it's actually relevant. The all-important rules arguing phase. It's a big part of the game. You know, someone else who likes being passed around? I can't imagine. Oh! Obviously, Zancha. Slicer, Hired Muscle. You're talking about Slicer, Hired Muscle, right? You pass that card around too. They're pretty ruly. It's pretty easy to play the game, but then sometimes something happens that's a little unexpected. Oh, had I actually paid attention, I could have won this thing. That's okay. I'll just win this turn instead. Only a handful of cards don't work anymore. That's pretty not bad, honestly. Are you being lewd? We don't do that here. Lewd? I hadn't even considered. Did you also redeem quote 69 at the same time? Oh, we got Animate Dead. All swamps are 1/1 black creatures. This is a terrible idea. Actually, you'd never here or anywhere else on the internet, clearly never anywhere here adjacent during the sacred time. Of course. What is this guy? He's kind of vampy coded. Oh no, did it happen? No, Sinzu warned me. I got soft locked. I got into a fight at the same time I entered a town. I was trying not to. I soft locked. Actually, is it a soft lock? I believe I'm hard locked. You need to quit and relaunch the game, then access inventory for the TP item. Can you catch Missing No now? I hope so. Well, it was about time for locking of the soft long end. It was about time for break anyway, so I'll be right back with it fixed. See you in like a couple minutes. Welcome back, everyone. So I reloaded. I was just before the match, so no progress lost, but then I ended up accidentally walking into a vampire, so now we're fighting a vampire. Oz, hello. How have you been? Welcome back, Jane. Welcome back, Cass. Your game broke too? I'm sorry, Cass. Oh no, not a vampire. He does look actually kind of extremely miserable. Sacrifice a creature, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Like that Nantuko. Nantuko Husk. So rude. They gave me the opportunity to block, I said no, and then they killed it anyway. They were like, oh, well, if it's that important to you. What are you going to do about this one? I could have blocked that, and I just... for some reason. Oop. No longer an issue. Triple glomp? Incredible. Mask glomp? Aw, thank you. Misread your Joker and costed you the run. Thought it was pair when it was 2 pair. And sorry, Izu, that's terrible. But also, hi Izu, welcome back. How are you? Pawn of Ulamug? Vampire Socialite. Aether Vial, because I have spare mana. You feel bad for Australian Benuis? Why? They've been doing great. Your birthday was yesterday? Happy birthday, Izu. I'm so sorry. Australian bunnies are a problem, hun. Yeah, that's why I said they're doing great. Sorry I didn't say it yesterday, Izu, I honest. Ask it's your womb. So lucky. I cannot play my... I don't have the right colored mint. You told Ali YouTube streamer, not Ali Twitch streamer. I have never streamed on YouTube because all of my stuff is set up to work with Twitch. You overthrew the king and became Aussie Queen? Oh. That doesn't sound too bad. You will be an Australian Benui someday? Oh, overthrow the king and become... Oh, that's... You're telling Cass too. I guess I could accept Cass's... Trying to decide if gatekeepers... So it costs 2 for a 2/2, but if you pay 3, you can make your opponent sacrifice. Or you, if you want. Oh, who are you? We'll never know who that guy was. Need snacks to keep the bunny population in check. Well, what did you do to try to keep the bunny population in check? There's like a whole thing about it. You know what? I'll take it. Just never give me another land and we're square. No! I wanted to do something. I was too clicky. Like Mass Effect basically took the Bunny Plague and applied it to the Croak. The Carrot Wolf of Bunny Australia has a ring to it. It does have a certain ring to it. Jackrabbits or Benuis? No, never mind. Oh yeah, I remember the fence. Nah. The Great Benui Wall. When I Witch dies, learn. So should we all. It's the cold weather already? Me too. But thankfully for me, I think I'm like most of the way through summer, right? Looks too Australian for confirmation. We're most of the way through summer, right? Gino pays you? No, no, Cass, that's bad. Is you okay? Yeah, probably. May have found a Redwall ebook. Oh, I forgot. I was going to look into that. Have you tried reading it yet? We need to determine whether or not Redwall holds up. I'm eager to hear your report. On my desk by the end of the... Hive of the Eye Tyrant, an adventure for character levels 17 to 20. Cute when you try to be bossy. Hey, some people like it. It can become a 3/3 black beholder creature. Menace. Whenever this creature attacks, exile target card from defending player's graveyard. It's still a land. What's those eyes for, Cass? Trying to say you're some people? Wait, there's multiple Redwall series? I am going to immediately put Eye of Vecna in the deck. Because why would I not? We were talking about Sign in Blood. Oppression hasn't really been doing it in this one. One series, but many books. Gotcha. I didn't notice that these were vampires. I thought the vampire just kind of came out of nowhere. That's really cute. Versus filter. I wish I had a filter. You know what? I'm gonna do some rerolls to see if I can get the freaking rack. I haven't done that in a... So for the cost of 3 mana and a swamp, this makes all swamps tap for 2. Don't know these by title alone. They sound cool. They do sound incredibly cool. Salamandastron. The Badger Lords. How have I never heard of this until... Still not what I'm looking. Master Transcendent. You know, when I was just looking at the title, I thought that was a Doctor Who card. Oakenwreath Aristocrat. What is that? That symbol? I actually where that's from. I am assuming some kind of Innistrad. Flying Haste, sacrifice a creature. Oakenwreath Aristocrat gains it until then. If the creature was human, +1/+. Blood Burglar. I've run Blood Burglar. Veto! Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. I mean, I'll take Veto. Thorn of Innistrad. He just makes vampires. Oh, and I mean that as affectionately as possible, that he just makes vampires. I'm taking Veto. And Blood Burglar. I don't know if I do want Blood Burglar. You know what? Give me Sorin. I don't have any white. I'm not gonna splash white just for him. Your current build when you're done shopping? Well, I'm kind of begrudgingly doing vampires. Because it's what I started with, and I don't mind them. I do like them, actually. I tend to actually like the black-white ones more than the red ones. I don't know, maybe I'll just pivot to that. Maybe. Griffin more progenitor. All right. It's like aggro-y vampires. I wish there was a nicer way to view. Here we go. Just playing low to the ground. Good creatures with some removal, and that's basically the best. I've done very little to this deck. I added a Bloodthirsty Aerialist and Kalitas. I really like Bloodthirsty Aerialist from my time doing life gain strats. Aside from that, I've just added more removal. Sorry. Chaos Orb is banned after all. What does Aya Vecna do? Aya Vecna draws cards. Basically, for 2 per turn, when you play it and at the beginning of your upkeep, you can draw a card and lose 2 life. You know, now that I read it, this is just a much worse Phyrexian Arena. In every conceivable way. But it's a Phyrexian Arena that I own, rather than the Phyrexian Arena I don't. That makes it better. The devil you do and all that. I'd do a devil. Where's the guy I just bought? Didn't I buy Vito? Oh, this is not what I expected. Hope we end up getting more comedic unsets. Those are by far the most fun you've ever had with in-person Magic. I used to love those. I still do. Did I not buy Vito? No, he's right here. I already put him in the deck. I don't know why he's up here. You like contrast? Who doesn't? Hey, cousin Vito, let's go. I'm thinking if I'm gonna play vampires, I'd rather play black-white vampires than red-black vampires. I like life drain strategies, I guess you could call it. Oh. Maybe I can splash to 3 colors. Typically only go 2. Oh. A little drain is a treat. Oh. Oh. Remember how I was just talking about how it's the bad Phyrexian Arena? Here it is! At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card and lose 1 life. This is the good Phyrexian Arena, known as Phyrexian Arena. Sanguine Blood combo, potentially? What is that? Sanguine... I've got this combo in real life. I bought the Vampire Ixalan deck specifically because it came with the harder to find one. I don't remember. Sanguine Bond. Out of the Tombs, I was also extremely excited to get in real life for my self-mill deck. Beginning of your upkeep, put 2 Ale encounters on Out of the Tomb. Then mill cards equal to the number of Ale encounters on it. If you would draw a card while your library has no cards in it, instead return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Can't you lose the game? Exquisite Blood. Exactly. Why is it missing? I must have bought one from it before and then just not shuffled. Just had my stream recommended, and not gonna lie, that game mode sounds interesting. You might give it a try later. Good to hear. Also, welcome, Crazy TF2. Thank you for coming by. If you mean this game mode that I'm playing right now, it's been a lot of fun. I kind of accidentally got all my friends into it. You've decided you're motorcycle blind. That's scary. I hope that doesn't come up. You're going crazy in TF2 right now. Physically incapable of figuring out what squares contain a motorcycle. Fern, are you a bot? This whole time? You have Slay the Spire? I love Slay the Spire. I'm eagerly awaiting Slay the Spire 2. Oh, I put a star on this one. It had something that I really... who knows if it still has it. Maddening Imp? I love using Maddening Imp. Tap. All non-wall creatures target opponent controls attack this turn if able. At end of turn, destroy each of those creatures that did not attack. Only use this on the opponent's turn and only before combat. So you might notice some flaws here. It seems that this was intended to force your opponent's creatures to attack. And if they couldn't, kill them. This does not care about summoning sickness. It does not care if your non-wall creature has defender and therefore can't attack. So if you have this on your opponent's turn and they play a creature that doesn't have haste, you can just kill it. Kill all of them. It also does not care about like restrictions. So if you have like stuff in place that makes it so you can't be attacked. Anyway, I like it. Play our Spire? You're eagerly awaiting those nuts? Expect bots would be much better at this. What, the motorcycle thing? Do the handles count? Yeah. I don't know what they're looking for. There's a Slay the Spire multi. I'm willing to give that a shot at this. An effect in white that does something similar. Oh yeah? I really wanted this for an Ariat commander deck. Because I was trying to make sure people would... It was the closest thing in like black and white I felt like I could get to code that I could find. Oh my gosh. Wait! Crazy, thank you for the follow. I was trying to remove the old one, but I guess I didn't get there. Mayhem Devil. I forgot. I got that other Mayhem Devil. Hate the stupid prove you're human tests. You're open to. I know they can't expect those to work on you. See, that's my problem. Every time I start to want to make one deck, I want to make several decks. Look, he got. Someone else other than me has played Sonic 3D Blast. Player returns all creature cards from the graveyard to play. You've never talked about playing that game. Maybe I just... like... having a little flair. Okay, sorry, this shop is still really good for, like... Rakdos Sacrifice. Do I want to do Rakdos Sacrifice or Vampires? Siren's Call. I couldn't find Oracle and Vec, unfortunately. I found Siren's Call, Maddening Imp, and Ignore It. And I couldn't run Siren's Call because it was... got the most flair of any mouse. Oh, that means a lot, thank you. You know what, fine. Oh hey, it's Gatekeeper. I get to see if it's good. How many pieces of flair do I have? I guess like 2, honestly. Oh hey, I didn't even notice. Miss Bobinson. Easy. Love my in-game avatar. I was hoping people would like that. I think she's pretty cute. No Nazumi when you boppity boop. So I can't find my own freaking redeems. Boppity boop. Moo boopy doop. I love the open. What? It's a show called Betty Boop. It might be before your time. Never been called Missy. I don't think that's actually true. I'm a little scared. I don't think I need to be scared, actually. I get Vampy for free. Yeah, they won't do it. They'd lose a creature out of it. But still. In a game without casting. Oop. Whenever raid or another creature dies, you get a 0/1 Eldrazi spawn creature. You can sacrifice it for 1 color. Get out of here. I think this isn't the same Bloodghast art he had. Kinda cool. In a game without casting more than 3. Liliana, is that you? A Master Black Wizard. Oh, they kind of did go for Liliana. I'll tentatively take. Sorry, I clicked out of the window for a second. Teleport Cutthroat. Oh no. He's who I want to be. Gonna go for it. What if they're done? Okay, they're not, but I think we're still fine actually. I was a little afraid of that guy. Okay, we gotta watch this guy. He can actually just tap and kill us if we attack. So, what if I fatally... I'm sorry? Mana value 2. Oh, okay, sorry, I'm done. Here, see, I also, display. We're just not reading cards. Whenever a creature you control dies, each other player sacrifices a creature. He is who I want to be. We did talk about reading cards and not explaining everything. That's true. But also, I didn't check the mana cost of the person, of the creature I was trying to blow up with a card that cares about mana cost. So this one's on me. And Blood Artist. So whenever anything on their side dies, I lose 2 life, they gain 2, and also I have to sacrifice a creature. And then I'll also lose another life because of that, and they'll gain 1. Sorry, another 2 life. That's actually getting a little serious. I often think about the time kill him fast enough dies. I see. That's the kind of thing I should only have to say once. I got Veto. Of a Vampire Nighthawk. No blocks. You're a coward. Black market. Oh my god. It's kind of expensive. I don't think I've seen that card. Oh, taking notes over there, Cass. They better be about magic. I probably could have won that turn, but it's actually fine. Because I just have to actually play Vampire Spawn and I win. So they lose 2 and I gain 2, but when I gain 2, they lose another 2. Black market in a multiplayer game is very spicy. Sounds like it. It sounds like a commander card I should look for if I'm allowed to play mono black again. Turn 2 feature cards from your graveyard to your hand. I could get 3 black creatures pretty quickly. And then I'd have a 6/6 with train. Have a good lurky zoo. Lurking though? That's okay, so I hope you're doing. Not letting me do that again. Do what? Mono black? Skull Cave? I'm so dead. Bitch. The assembling skeleton. This is... Oh, it's a 2/2 with flying. And it's only costing 3? That's too good. We gotta make sure it enters tap too. Witch Knight. Venice. And when it enters, if it was kicked, create 8. That's minute. Incredible. For that price, I don't know about that. Black market counts every creature that would die this turn. Oh yeah, of course. The Vampire Ixalan deck, as far as Commander precons go, that one seems to do extremely well for me. It's I barely modified it and I feel bad sometimes. And I could absolutely modify it a little more. I remember I swapped the Blood Artist that came with it for art that I liked more. And I added the Black Dominus guy. Carnage Dominus? No, that can't be right. The one that doubles death triggers. And, you know, I rarely play that guy. I'm not going to try to fatally push that. But what if I give that skeleton some... I can take. I think. Fair not to an 8 in a turn. I do have to be careful. Death Baron. Skeletons and other zombies get +1/+1 and death. But we've got first strike. We don't have to be afraid of death. As much. Not really at all. If they would have killed us with Death Touch, they would have killed us anyway. 9 months already. Hello, Tatra. Thank you very much. Just got home from a bar. Did you have a good time? If you lose life, sacrifice a permanent. Oh no, they've liched. You don't lose the game for having 0 or less life. Whenever you lose life, sacrifice a permanent for each 1 life you lost. So the intent is they still lose life. And eventually they're going to have to sacrifice their liches. Date planned. He stood you up. Oh, sorry. What the hell? That's extremely surprising. Based on everything you told me. I hope you're doing much better soon. Lich's Tomb would probably get a bunny attack. Well, it is colorless, and you have a lot of bunnies to sacrifice. Why did they chose to sacrifice the tomb itself? Instantly losing. You never understood MTG? You've played Yu-Gi-Oh though? Have you played Yu-Gi-Oh recently? I think if you've played modern Yu-Gi-Oh, you should be able to grasp MTG, but I'm biased. I've got a lot more experience with it. No, back when you were a kid? Okay. That's a lot more understandable. Modern Yu-Gi-Oh is a nightmare. I like a nice middle of the road. Yu-Gi-Oh in 2025 is very strange and complicated. I like a nice, I play Skull Servants and Trick Stars. That's about my speed. What's an extra deck? Watch a video and fall asleep? Well, I hope you get a lot of good rest. Good night, Tatra. When it dies, choose one or more. But each mode must target a different player, so choose one. I don't think I'm going to use any of those. Used to be a Yu-Gi-Oh player and migrated to MTG because you found that MTG was a bit more open deck building. Yeah, that's the one thing I don't really like about Yu-Gi-Oh in general. Plus, you mostly play casual Commander, me too. Commander feels like when I was playing MTG as a little kid. and just making ponderous piles of cards. I like to think I'm a little better at MTG now than when I was a kid, but I think I'm gonna go to break quickly and then come back and fight whatever the hell whatever this thing is. I'm gonna get up, grab a drink. Everyone else do the same. I'll be right back. Welcome back. Oh, hey, never mind. Later, fool. Welcome back, Jane. Welcome back, Isa. Is it the weekend yet? It's Wednesday for me. Welcome back, Cass. Oh, this guy has 30. Maybe I should have fought the big demon. He's got 73 cards, though. Maybe I should have fought the big demon out front. Welcome back, Fractal. Looking good. I can't possibly know what you're referring to, Cassidy. But I think I agree. Why do I only have one mountain? I thought I had 2 lands. I've made a mistake. EA does decently okay. MTG is a very hard game, though. I'm definitely biased because my family played it growing up, so it all feels, at least the base is very normal. There was definitely an adjustment period when I actually started playing it as an adult, though. Especially because I still thought Mana Burn was a thing at that point. EA plays well as you. I mean it when I say that you're learning extremely quickly, especially given that you're starting on this thing. What do you think of this? Avatar of Discord? I've seen better Avatar Discord or Discord avatars. AI, don't play with your food. Your timing could not be better. From Kirk Cap. I think I've got this guy because he's just not going to attack with both. Maybe he could, if he can pump it. I should watch out for that. But I'm also gaining 5 each turn. It is pretty cool. I wish Madness was still a thing. I think I've seen it crop up every once in a while. How could you? I've played Bedevil so much. Bedevil. Is this Bedevil? Am I thinking of a different card? I must be. Madness keeps coming up in non-standard sets. Yeah, I felt like I saw like one. I want a deck where I just want to discard everything. I've already got a deck where I want to mill everything. How much juice do you have here? It's 2 for every 2 mana, so 2, 4, 6. That's potentially a 6-power creature with everything. Yep, that's what I was saying. Oh, 7, because it had 1 to start with. Also in one of the Innistrads. Oh, yeah? Like one of the recent ones? Is that when it first print? I forgot to. I have not kept up with anything. I have barely looked at Aether Drift. I didn't even realize that Innistrad Remaster came out. Daytime, nighttime wasn't very fun. That's the problem. I love werewolves so much. But I have to agree, I don't like the daytime, nighttime mechanic very much. I'm interested to see if they come back to it for Lorwyn, though. Draw a card, discard a card at random. Deal damage equal to the number of cards in target player's hand to that player. Gain control of all creatures until end of turn. Untap them. He costs 2 to bring out. Oh yeah, Bedevil's just the card. Fiend Blooded. That's a strong reaction. It's so bad. It only costs 2. What if... Okay, what if you're running a lot of madness? Then if you draw a card and discard a card at random, it's a madness enabler. I'm gonna put Bedevil in my deck immediately. It might be better. No, Fatal Push is good. I just haven't touched my lands. We have 17 land. We're pretty low to the ground. What if you cast Tibalt and it discards your land? Well, you should have played your land first. Play other good cards in Modern, such as Dark Confidant. But it's a madness in it. It's a net 0 card advantage. Furnace of Wrath. Double all damage assigned to any creature or player. Shock! I didn't know Shock went this far back. Furnace of Wrath is an old favorite. I used to get this card confused all the time with Heart Slip because it's a similar shape. Art. I thought this was Channel for a second. Target creature regenerates. Printed on green. What a world. Wall of Swords. It has flying. That's an interesting choice. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. At instant. But when it was printed, had bad madness payoffs, and any good ones that came later had better versions. Consider comparing Tibalt to Wrenn and 6. Wrenn and 6 isn't red. And I bet it costs more than 2 mana. What if it distracts people from attacking you? Listening to this firewall working on music is equal parts inspiring and discouraging. We've talked about comparing yourself to yourself only. Wrenn and 6 is one of the strongest cards printed in Magic. Yeah. See, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Of course it looks bad next to Wrenn and 6. It's one of the strongest cards printed in Magic. Now, why would you play Wrenn and 6 when you could play a Time Walk? Imagine how Wrenn and 6 feels now. They mulliganed and it scared me. I thought I did by accident. Which maybe I should have, but... Especially given what happened in retrospect, I feel just fine about it. Need to get a proper DAW and try to tell yourself software isn't the issue, but you really can't get the sound you want. Well, what I've heard, I've definitely enjoyed. I hope you get the tools to like really do what you want to do. Counter target spell. Unless anyone pays 5 life. You know what? Yeah. That's a little more serious in this format, but still. Oh no, I've lost 5 life. However, am I going to make up the difference? Oh, like that. Lurrus of the Dream Den is the strongest card in MTG? Still? Even with the companion nerf? I used to run Lurrus before the companion nerf, and I had a great time, frankly. It almost makes up for having to deal with freaking Agent of Treachery and Oko. You've been playing with waveforms for an hour? Do you think maybe it's time for a break? How does companion work again? So at first, if you met the condition on the card, you could just cast the card from outside the game by paying its mana cost. Like Commander, but only once. And then from that point on, it's just a normal card. Well, they changed it, so then instead of casting it directly from outside the game, you can pay 2 mana and put it into your hand. Which, probably fair. Lurrus used to be able to cast it turn 1 with Black Lotus, then replay the Black Lotus. I've never played in a format where that would be. I'm not touching Legacy with a 10-foot pole. In any capacity. MTG Forge, awesome. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I even got my friends in, and we've all been having a great time. Also, hello, Hero Mint. I hope you're doing well. Black Lotus is banned in Legacy? I thought it was limited. Oh, Vintage. Sorry. Vintage MTG is just Yu-Gi-Oh! I think even in Vintage, it's limited to 1, right? Hello, hi. Nice to meet you. I hate to ask, is it Iro or Iro?
So, the Prince's friendship wants you and I to be friends again?
I know. Weird, right?
I don't understand. Did something happen to you after I left for high school?
What? Don't see what that has to do with anything. Why did you ask that?
I'll be honest, I actually wanted to play this like when I started streaming. But I kind of misunderstood and I thought that the adventure mode was super... I understand it's unfinished, but I thought it was even more unfinished than it was. Mayhem? Oh. Oh, it's Mayhem Devil. I thought it was just Mayhem. Oh my gosh, I've got 2 Mayhem Devils now. I have to, and they both look incredible. Zariel, Archduke of Avernus. At the end of first combat phase on your turn, untap target creature you control. After this phase, there's... What is it? Is this like... In Vintage, we only have about a dozen competitive decks. All of them secure turn 1 wins. Yeah. Is Channel Fireball in Vintage? Like, hey, but either is fine. Thank you very much. I'll remember that, I promise. Gift your draws. Whenever you play a land or cast a spell, draw 1 card and you lose. This version of the song confirms that the yay is an instrument and not lyrics. I forgot I put this song in here as a instrumental as well. Is Fluttershy an instrument? No. No, Patrick. Horseradish is not an instrument either. You love this song? Have you heard this song before? Is it new? Thank you. Know nothing about Vintage, but pre-modern is awesome. I'd give pre-modern a shot. I only play Commander and Pioneer, really. I got Squirrel Liliana. Black Lotus Channel, Emrakul the Aeon's Thorn. It's not even Channel Fireball anymore. Where's the tradition? Where's the prestige? Violet Pony, so cool. Do you love Girls Who Are Wizards from last year? Me too! That's probably my favorite one. Pioneers used to ride these babies for miles. Feel of potential. Oh, they tricked me. Each player may exile their hand and draw X cards. If X is 7 or more, you may play cards you own exiled. That's Channel isn't even very competitive because of free counter spells and other interaction. How could they? Archon Vol. Really likes dragons. I didn't even read Liliana, I was just looking at her. +1 to search a swamp. -3 to destroy or buff a creature. I don't get planeswalkers. I assume this is good. But who doesn't like? If a planeswalker doesn't create defenders for itself, I kind of don't give it any attention. Man, 1v1. Fluffy Lily. I might run her just because she's a squirrel. Liliana Vess. Squirreliana of the Dark Realms. I got a soft spot for her though. She was my mom's favorite. Put all creature cards and all graveyards onto the battlefield under your control. It's extremely cool. Ash to Ashes is the reset. It removes 2 target non-artifact creatures from the game and deals 5 damage to you. Those 2 for 1. You're right about that. I'm a little nervous in a world where I start with like 15 life. But I just paid 5 life to cast like a creep. I'm not gonna touch a dinosaur again. It does sometimes kill. I love a card that will absolutely fucking kill me. I didn't realize I got another Tybalt. I'm sorry, but I have to start making a Rakdos Sacrifice deck. I have 2 Mayhem Devils. You must understand, I have 2 Mayhem. And they're both special art. And I can buy a 3rd one. All I need is a freaking cat oven. Grim Wanderer. This guy? Oh my god, I didn't notice he's a 5/3. Fractal Sacrifice deck? I would never. You give it food tokens in it? Red, black, green food sacrifice meta? One of more playable drawback creatures with big stat lines? It's certainly better than something. Though it's not a vampire, so I'll have to be careful. You can make your opponent sack stuff. And when I said cat oven, I meant the 2 cards. If I find the 1 card that's a cat oven, I'll take it. Actually, are not super good. Every time I see you, I'm a little bit sad that you're not Vampire Nighthawk, and you never... Now, it does say 2, not up to 2. So you have to be a little careful. It also exiles them. That is a plus. Like leveler. I punch the Archfiend. Leveler is extremely funny. I don't know leveler. I know about cards that level, but I don't think that's what I'm talking about.
One more time.
Maybe they just won't ever play anything. Wait. It blows up your whole deck. 5 mana, 10/10. It exiles your entire library when it enters. You shouldn't have told me about this. Now, what if you actually play Thassa's Oracle? I know there's better ways to play Thassa's Oracle, but what if you don't want to do this? Imagine if you have Chirper Warp on the battlefield, which negates all ETB triggers. That's true. Speaking of cards that will absolutely just fucking kill me, I really like self-mill strategies, and one commander deck I haven't built, but I really want to, is, shoot, what's her name? Phage. Phage the Untouchable. If you cast her from your command zone, you lose the game immediately. So it's like a challenge deck, right? The trick is to cast Phage the Untouchable, get her out of the command zone into your hand, and successfully cast her. Phage is hilarious. Now imagine your Torpor or being killed in response. Exactly. You want a card strategy that will literally just kill me. Yeah, same. You can absolutely run her in your deck like normal, and she's expensive, but just play her. But it's more fun to put her in your command zone and try to figure out how to play her the entire game. If you can swing with her, she'll kill someone. Did they brick? I have lethal on board. Okay. Well, that was not as dramatic as I thought it was going to be. What's the viability of building a deck designed to draw at 0 life total each? Well, there's cards that can do that on their own. There's a card that just draws the game. I think it's called, like, Judge. Whenever another non-token creature dies, you draw a card. Oh, who are you? A shade? Do you have specters? Favorite way of drawing a game is by casting 3 Oblivion. Oh, does that make like a closed loop that never ends? I've had someone's done that at the table before, not with Oblivion Ring. I can't remember the combo. But yeah, it was just a never-ending loop. Like, well, guess that's that. You'll snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Rationality and everyone else. I'm excited to see. I hope it comes to fruition. Can't block. Wait, no. How dare you? Not fair. No, they're actually just shades. Vectors. 3 Oblivion Rings is just an Purple O-Rings will draw the game if they're the only legal targets on the battlefield. Gosh. Oh, thank you. Oh. See, I still got the other one on. Thankfully, they don't seem to clash too. I was trying to make a nice, anonymous one. But I guess I didn't properly disable the old follower team. Follow. Just got another one. Fair enough. You're a fool. You should just be taking synth configs from Go Better and looking at what they. That sounds like good research. An entire Oblivion Ring deck. I know there's some Oblivion Ring appreciators. Just have every creature in a deck exile stuff. There's a lot of those. Sounds pretty doable. It's still bitter when people called my Zancha deck board wipe tribal. Current version's more fun anyway. The heck are you? Yeah, I'll fight this vampire as long as I get to fight that thing. Like, you literally just found a meow. How are you not gonna use? Why not? Ow. I know literally nothing about music production, but that's a big part of it, right? So why not? Have you that handheld game? Have you recorded the sounds off of it yet? What you gonna do about this? Nothing? Thought so. Blade of the Blood Chief. Whenever an equipped creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter. Oh no, whenever a creature dies, put a +1/+1 on the equipped creature. Equipped creature's a vampire, put 2 +1/+1. That town. I was about to put Gift of Fangs on the vampire because I'm used to that just killing opponent's creatures. That would have been a bad idea. But I can cast that again, why not? Not yet. Want to see if you can open up and take them direct. Somehow that'd be ideal. Redirect the audio from the speaker to your interface. It wouldn't hurt to do a preliminary recording first. Just in case. But maybe I'm a little too concerned. Ooh. Oh, ooh. Did they actually just reprint Bloodcast in Aether Drift and it looks like this? Or Dismember? I'm gonna fight this, whatever it is. Nazumi Ninja. You're looking at Dismember. That makes a lot more sense. Snatch. Gonna snatch my skull. I'm still using. Exile up to 2 target cards from my graveyard. My graveyard's worth. Go ahead. Let's give that a little push. There's also a Death Shadow car in Aether Drift. I did, actually. That was one of the few I saw, and I was so excited. What was it, like, the Final Rider or something? Like, I can't remember what it's called, but I like the way it looked. Yeah. Hi, Queen. Oh my gosh. Hello, Kay. How are you doing? You get to play that guy, like, immediately, too. Unlike Death Shadow, which kind of dies. You play it too. I don't know if that's a big factor for Death Shadow players out. I'll actually pay this time. Whenever another non-token dies, get a rat. Rat you can draw off Death Touch. What a guy. Such a bad idea. But I think it's gonna pay off. It's really all about tempo strategies. Control your opponent, remove all their threats before you play a huge Death Shadow. Hey, all the friends, got a nap but wanted to come lurk in a comfy place first. You? I hope you have a lovely nap and the sweetest dream. Blink. Oh. Rats! Rats! Talk about a card that could literally just fucking... Sorry, I'll be good. Hey, IK. Can at least do this. Try not to get into anything major before it's Cuphead. Too tempting to just play this all. Activate only once? What's... Throat Slitter was never good in Standard. Original Mirrodin was still in standard, and Affinity decks just completely dominated. Well, it's a good thing we don't have to worry about Affinity anymore, right? Right? Why are you laughing? Really good. Affinity for artifacts was heavily influenced because of the artifact land. But now aren't there also just a lot of other zero-cost artifacts? Not to mention tokens. Arcbound Ravager. I love Arcbound Ravager. I've got a whole Arcbound commander deck with the boss at the helm. Arcbound Ravager is so awesome. Not nearly as good anymore. Well, still pretty good. Well, I don't know that. I know nothing about the meta. EVH, NGL, and all that. He could be at 4/4. I think I'm gonna fall for that. Gonna precast a vampire spawn. And why not? I'll attack with it. And then just another free vampire spawn to win. Can't believe this song samples Fresh Prince. It does? How have I never noticed? Also, rip your Arky. Unless there's another artist that I don't know who goes by Fresh Prince. They rule over everything right now. The evoke elementals are still there. I obviously heard about Rakdos scam. Dredge got back the best discard card in Modern. It's not even real. Let you dredge in peace. Will you please sit down? And okay. I had no idea. Hey, there it was. I'm feeling a little more confident about just selling things that I'm probably never. You don't talk to my wife. Oh, that YouTube. I haven't seen one in forever. I don't know if anyone watches Technology Connection, but the last one I saw, I could not believe it. Was a Technology Connections. Oh. The Technology Connections YouTube. Draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. Each opponent gets a poison. I think this is the same cost as Dire Visions. But I could have 2 of them. That's the guy who keeps talking about the cooling cycle and dishwashing, right? It's him! We accidentally played that while streaming music for a D&D session and we lost it. I remember you talking about that, but it's still so funny. We'll run this, but I probably will not. Full unchecked derailment. I'm sorry to derail your D&D game like that. Night Whispers is better if we can find it. There's so much good black draw. There was the freaking real Phyrexian Arena. Where was it? Well, okay, I'm gonna check this place first. I'm about to switch over to Cuphead, but I can find my Phyrexian Arena. I'm definitely gonna use in like every deck. Like run it if I actually get that discard deck. That could be kind of cool. There's another black enchantment that makes a zombie arm. Every turn you lose life and amass zombies, whatever. Divine Visitation. This is the one I kept trying to remember. Cass, you've been making that tokens deck. The stupid angel has the Celestus, which gives HP every time night and day changes. What's a weenie deck to do? Overrun them. Multiply and overcome. I promise I haven't lost. I will go back and find Phyrexian. Husband, are you Thoughtseize? I have never seen this card before, and it looks cool. If no creatures are in play, sacrifice it. Deals 1 damage to each creature and each player. Play this no more time. Get out of here. Play this ability no more times each turn than the number of snow swamps you control. Oh, it's just bad pestilence. But it looks so pretty, and pestilence looks so Gross. That's gotta be worth something. Rodent Raid? Oh my gosh! Nova, hello! You got my hubby hooked on Beastie Ball. I hope you're happy. Welcome in, everyone. How was Beastie Ball? Rodent Raid? Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, Nova. How are you all doing? Hello, Astral Guardian. Just as planned. Hey, I'm all for it. If he buys it, that means I have it too. How are you all? Welcome. I'm Ali. I'm playing MTG right now, but I'm literally about to swap over to Cuphead, so I hope you're down for both. Lena Rain based. He was along for the ride. Went 9-0 in the rankings, so pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Obviously, if you need to take a break and fade out, absolutely do that. But thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. I'm about to go backwards through like every town that I've ever visited in the swamps because one of them had Phyrexian Arena and I didn't mark whichever one it was. Actually so happy people are trying Beastie Ball because of you. Such a good game. Okay, I've seen you play it a lot, but to be honest, I've always like tried not to look super closely because I already know I want to play it too. But it looks so cute. Game of the Year 2025, you're calling it now? So early, though. It's such bold praise. This town is obsessed with bugs, by the way. Miri the Cursed. I'm almost fake. It's actually also pretty good. Actually, I want it. Can I have it? Been listening to the Beastie Ball OST for years now. You have? That's interesting. Thank you for the headpats, Noah. I'm the best Cuphead player ever, so get those expectations way up. No. I haven't played Cuphead in a week. So, very low expectations, please. That's how I thrive the best. Each track Lena made, they uploaded. Oh. Oh, is that who you were talking about with the Lena Reina? I had no idea. I don't know anyone, especially music. So sorry. I'm getting better. Isa actually knows music. They've been taking me on a tour of sorts. I'm actually getting like interested in music for the first time in forever. Did I buy her just because she's fat? I don't think anyone here has a problem with that. Do got to fade out? Do hope Cuphead goes well. Me too. Thank you so much again for the raid. Found Nova because of a friend of theirs. And a funny moment of them happening to play another monster catcher. Oh, it wasn't Cassette Beast was. And in telling Nova did try it. Oh. It was Cassette Beasts. Cassette Beasts is a... I didn't stream it, but I did play it somewhat recently, and it's phenomenal. I love Skullport Nexus. I boomed Cassette Beast. Somebody's just really know how to make a good OST. It's true. Well, in my opinion, I only play indie. That's not an opinion. That's more of a fact. Sorry, I kind of zoned out and started reading a card. You know, it's not that the mainstream video game industry has been going downhill or anything like. I just prefer, you know, the indies. Oh, poor guy. I was trying to remember. Oh yeah, there was a video game sample in one of these that I really liked, and I couldn't remember what it was. It might have been that I was thinking. Starscream, Power Hungry, Deadly Cover Up. Oh, this looks incredible. We do some main games, but if anything, Cassette Beast was just a game you decided to take well. Caught in the Dark on. You know, I highly recommend Cassette. Maybe you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. It's the spirit of veto. I did consider making a commander deck built around Opika, Splitter of Seconds, and then just run a lot of, like, at the beginning of your upkeep, you win the game if cards, and then I get an upkeep in the middle of my turn. Mortal Kombat, funny. Based on the cards loading in, I know I've not been to this town before, which means I'm not any closer to finding that, I'm not getting any closer to finding that Phyrexian. It simply must be around. But in a few minutes, it's not going to matter. I'll hop over to Cuphead either. Man, this looks familiar. Was this it? Nope, this looks... I don't remember our Rakdos shop where I was seeing it. I think I'm gonna have to give up on it. Maybe I'll find it off stream if I'm that concerned about it, or maybe I'll just give up on it. That player loses 1 life for each card in their hand more than you have. Oh, okay, I thought it worked the opposite. Whenever a card is put into a graveyard, remove that card from the game. Does this person here in blue? So this is Urza, but do they not look a little bit like Skeletor? Until you notice that they have flesh on their face. I don't know what it is about it. This is absolutely not the right place. I'm so lost. Oh, Endless Whispers. Each creature has, when this creature is put into a graveyard from play, choose target opponent. That player puts this creature card from that graveyard into play under their control at end of turn. I really want to run this in command. You kind of cut out. Did you say Skeletor? I did. I'm sorry. I'm not apologizing for thinking Urza looks a little bit like Skeletor sometimes. I'm apologizing for cutting out. I think I'm gonna have to call the search. From the hit cartoon He-Man, the very same. Or the meme. Both. But especially from the meme. Ball of Vipers?